in the encyclopedia, we are writing articles about deceased pioneers and workers of this church, because we should not forget them. Why shouldn't we forget them? Because these things happened to them. Talking about the children of Israel, the Apostle Paul writing to the church at Corinth, he says these things happened to them as examples for us. They were written to warn us who live at the end of the age. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 11. So it is important for us to keep knowledge of our, or remembrance of our past history. Ellen White actually also makes a statement from Patriarchs and Prophets, page 175. She says, the records of sacred history are written not merely that we may read and wonder, but that the same faith which wrought in God's servants of old may work in us. In no less marked manner will the Lord work now, wherever there are hearts of faith to be channels of his power. So it is important to remember history, so that the faith that worked in the elders of old, if we too have the same faith, God will work through us in the same marked manner. Well, let's use the apocalyptic language, since we are in the time of the end. And we said that the ESDA project, or the encyclopedia, is like a book of remembrance. We want to remember our pioneers. We want to remember our mission stations. We want to remember the issues that affected the life of this church, apartheid, and many other issues. We want to remember the institutions, the conferences, the schools, the hospitals, the media institutions, all of them that have contributed to the growth of the church. How many names are there supposed to be in this book of remembrance? At least we are talking about the part of our division, SID. So far, we were given a list of 430 articles to work on, to write in the 5 years that we have had, so that they can be part of the General Conference Encyclopedia, which will be online. 430 for SID. Okay? Number of assigned articles to date, 289. 289. So we still have 174 articles not assigned to authors. Now, we need to take note of this. 10 of these, out of the 174, 10 of these are conferences, they are unions. CAU means Church Administrative Units. So you may be leading a union which has not been assigned to anyone to write an article about it. It may be your conference. It has not been assigned to anyone to write about your conference. The important thing is that in the past 2 editions of the encyclopedia, missionaries wrote on our behalf. But this time, the General Conference has decentralized the responsibility, says, write your own history. So that if there are mistakes, we cannot blame the missionaries. We will correct those mistakes ourselves and ensure that what is put in there is correct. But we still have 174 articles unassigned, 10 of which are administrative units of our church. Now, there are some articles on the list that are repeated, maybe in terms of names, maybe South Conference, South Mission, when actually you are talking about the same thing. So there is a disparity here. Now the authors, these authors who have been assigned the 289, they are supposed to sign contracts for them to begin to receive guidelines and then to proceed with the research and writing. It is important that they sign those contracts, because if they don't, then they cannot receive the guidelines. Then they cannot proceed with their work. Then they don't know how long the article must be and what kind of format it must take. And it is important that they sign those contracts, because these days, you know, the copyright protections are very strong, and once you have written that article, you are not supposed to publish it somewhere again, so that it appears in the encyclopedia and appears somewhere else. You are giving total authority to the encyclopedia to publish that material. And you are not going to sue the church that I wrote material and then they published it and then whatever else. So it is very important that the authors sign the contract. And besides that, or in addition to that, they need to also sign a letter of consent. A letter of consent for using your telephone number and your email address. Because we learned, I think in the last American election, you know, there was an organization that went online in Facebook and used the people's emails to influence the elections. So people begin to complain that, you know, I have my Facebook address, but it is being abused or being used for another purpose, which I didn't authorize. So the church will not want to make that mistake to use your email when you have not authorized by signing the consent letter. So it's very important that you also sign the contract and also sign the consent letter, and then you can proceed from that. So we still have many assigned people who have not signed these two documents. Okay, so we still have 166 authors who still need to sign these contracts. Okay. We said that out of 430, 289 have been assigned to authors. But then how many articles have been written and given to us? How many? To this date, only 40. We have received 40. 39 of these I have edited. Only one which I received just before coming here, that one I haven't edited. So articles needing translation, this is both in French and English, 6. We will be making arrangements to get the translation done. Okay, articles reviewed and returned to authors, 16. In other words, we have reviewed and have returned to the authors. The authors have not sent them back, have not finished their rewriting. And then we have articles that were sent to us, we edited them, we sent them back to the authors, and the authors made the corrections and sent back to us. And then we have put these articles under peer reviewers. So there are other people who are reading those articles to give observations. These are 11. And then articles which we have already sent to the General Conference, we have finished the groundwork in the division, we have sent to the General Conference. These are 7. Out of these 7, 2 have already been returned to the authors for further rewriting. So you can see the back and forth process. One article will probably go through 4 times going back to the author, because the back stops with the author. Whatever changes need to be made, the author must be able to say, yes, this is okay, because he is the author of that article. So there may be some who are writing, and you have been given 1 year to write your article. And you may wait up to the last week probably to submit your article. But then when are we going to do this for, back and forth? You will not beat the deadline. So the best would be you receive your article, give it the first best attention, and then let the remaining time be used for back and forth. Then we'll be able to have the article published. Okay, well, there is the pre-Advent judgment. What are the results? The General Conference, out of 8,500 total articles that they must receive, they had only received 478 by end of January this year. So you can see where we are going and where we are right now. Now, it's not just this back and forth. In some divisions, I actually discovered that, in one of the divisions, the regional editor or the assistant editor who went this time is the fourth one. The first three have since left. They were assigned, they looked at the work, they resigned. Another one appointed, they looked at the work, they resigned. So up to now, they have the fourth one. So the progress is not very fast. Okay, but the launching is still planned for next year, July 2020, during the General Conference session. And the goal that has been set is 2,000 articles, at least 2,000 articles for the launching to proceed. So we are hoping that even though we are at how many articles so far, SID? We are at 40. We are hoping if we can reach 100, hopefully 150. You remember how many articles have been assigned to authors? 289. If we can finish all these that have been assigned, then we will make that as a contribution towards this goal. But to be conservative, let's say 150 of those, about half of those that have been assigned. If we can finish them by this time next year, then when we go to the General Conference, we can also look to the screen and expect to see that some of our articles are there. But then it all depends up to us. How can we make sure that your conference, your union, the article assigned to you become part of the launching program? We need to prioritize. Amen? Maybe the saints are tired. Even the voices have become quieter. We need to prioritize. We need to ensure that we need to focus on the following articles. We need to ensure that the division article must be in the number of the launching. Whoever is assigned the SID, it must be there. And then there's a list of articles that are focusing on issues. Issues like apartheid, issues like rites of passage, issues like contextualization, issues like public evangelism in SID. Those also need our attention. Now, we also need to focus to ensure that all the union articles are written and are submitted to the General Conference. We have only about how many unions? 13, 12? Okay, we have 12. We have 12. Now, it's not good to mention names in public, eh? But we can safely say that Botswana has made the application already. In other words, we have received the first draft, we have edited it and sent it back for improvement. But we want all the union to be there by the time of the launching. Amen? Amen. We also must focus on the conferences, the fields and missions. You know, it will be very difficult for you to vote for the launching when you know that your article is not in there. Your article has not been submitted. For you to have even the joy of, voting, it will be very difficult. But it can be done. A number of conferences have already, sent their articles. We have already started working on those articles. Actually, for your own interest, we have already submitted some of the institution articles to the General Conference. I can mention maybe two. Mayoti is just a one-page article. We have submitted it there. Amen? Amen. And the Seychelles, I think it's just about 3 pages or so. It has also been completed and sent to the General Conference. We are waiting for their feedback. So all the conferences and missions can actually complete their articles. It's a question of, we who are leaders, particularly I appeal to the president. If you don't know if your article has been assigned to anyone, where it is in terms of progress, I can almost guarantee you that it has not been assigned to anyone. We also need to focus on major institutions. Helderberg, Solusi, Rusangu, Zushe, Malawi, Beira, Bongo, and so on. And also hospitals, our major hospitals like Malamulo, Yuka, and Mwani, and also. These can be completed, and we will be sure that our report is good. Because if we limit ourselves to Mayoti 1 page, they will say, well, you have given us the wine, but where is the bread? Where is the bread? Traditionally, we would say, you have sent us the soup, where is the meat? And we also need to focus on the major biographies. Those pioneers like the Morrisons, the Jim Mainza, and even those who were division presidents like Dr. Riley, and many others, Peter Vessels. Those articles are very important. They are very crucial. They need to be completed and sent there. Otherwise, the final question really is, when the roll is called up yonder in Indianapolis, will your name be there? Will your name be there? It's up to us to answer that question. And I know it can be done. Amen? It can be done. We do not want to be leading in terms of soul winning, but in other aspects of God's work, we are the tail. No, we cannot afford to do that. We cannot afford to do that. Maybe the question that may be in the minds of others is, how can I participate? Or how can I help, recruit others to participate? Because we still need more authors. I have some pamphlets there, which my colleagues there will distribute to help you know how you can participate, how you can support, and how you can recruit others to support the project. And also, I want to apologize that Our institution is a small institution and our budget is very small. But we do not want to reap where we have not sown. So we have special calendars, one for each conference. One for each conference, because we want to operate within our budget, amen? Yeah, so I will ask my colleagues behind there also to ensure that if you are the president for that conference, you can raise a hand and receive our gift, to your conference, to your union from the E.G. White Research Center. Of course, I'm going to ensure that my bosses receive their copies as well. As I come to the end of my presentation, I want to invite the consulting editor, Dareneke, to say the final words. Of course, the president is always, welcome to add the words of wisdom to an important project like this one.
We want to really get the message across to you. It will look not good, my friends, if there are articles in your territory, but about your union, about your conference, or about your mission, there is nothing about that administrative unit. Am I right? So we would like to underline to say, please make sure that someone is assigned to write about your union, about your conference, about your mission, and the institutions, right first. And then the others, please make sure that they are written as well. Secondly, have you ever thought of this as part of God's mission? Because this, my friends, Psalm 78 says, we need to tell of the works of God from one generation to the other, am I right? So that they will be believing followers of God. So this is part of the mission. I also see this as part of nurture and retention. Because do you know how many people will possibly read of God's leading hand in our territories when they have maybe contemplated the fact to leave the church? But when they read of God's faithful guidance, they will stay in the church and they will follow God. May God bless you as we work together in this year to reach the 100, 150 mark so that we can do our part in this wonderful endeavor. May God bless you.
What does the church say? Amen. Thank you. Now
it's understandable that we come from a culture that tells, that does not write, but it speaks. But we have gone to school, we are able to read and write. Will people from outside come and write our history for us? So this is an appeal that is coming from the depth of my heart. Never mind the language. We all know that English is our 10th or 14th or 20th language. Don't worry about how broken the English is. Use that broken one. There are people who are trained to put it in the right language. Just put it down. As long as it makes sense and it tells a story, you will see your name being published. The time for us to write for ourselves is now. So join in. I see one author here. I don't know how many you have written. I see many people who are writing. Please, brothers, it's our opportunity. At long last, the opportunity has been availed to us. You read some of this history, it's written from a Western perspective. Time is now that we read from our own perspective because it happened in our own territories. May God bless you.